Hi, I'm Angel.
And I'm Scott with Slucherville with tips, tricks, and trail guides for people who love to hike. Today we are in the Parklands of Floyds Fork, and we're really excited about this one because we're counting down our 5 favorite hiking trails in the Parklands. We started off at the beginning of the year documenting each of the trails here, and we just wrapped up last week, and so now we're really excited to share our favorite hikes in the Parklands. You ready to do it?
Ready.
All right, come along with us. We can't wait to show you all about it. Trail number 5 is in Pawpaw Park, and it's the Big Beach Trail. We had a lot of fun with this. This was in early spring, right at the beginning of when the flowers were starting to bloom. And one of the things that stands out about that day is that it was pretty windy. How about you, Angel?
The trail's kind of elevated, so I really like that. We didn't see a lot of people. Like isolated, but in a good way. A lot of cedar trees, so it smelled really good up there.
Yeah, that was really cool. I had on a fleece jacket one of the days that we were up there scouting around, and we got into the cedar grove, and when I got home it was just that fleece jacket just had that cedar smell in it, and I didn't wash it for probably a month because I didn't want to let go of that smell. It smelled so good. But the overlook there on the trail is really good in the winter and the spring because it gives you a good unobstructed view of Floyds Fork, and this was just a lot of fun. Like Angel said, it's kind of secluded. And there's just a lot of beautiful mature trees. Of course, you've got the beech trees there that are just really amazing, and it's a great hike.
We're in Turkey Run Park, and number 4 is the Wild Hyacinth Trail. What I remember about that one is the wildflowers. The first time we saw lots of wildflowers.
Yeah, that was a great hike. It was just an explosion. We caught that probably the second week in April, I believe. And the trail is beautiful. One of the great things about the Wild Hyacinth is that it's a hiker-only trail. So you're not competing with mountain bikers on that one. And you're basically following the course of a creek all the way up and making the loop and coming back. So you had cool creek crossings, great hardwood trees, wildflowers. You had a little bit of everything on that one.
Yeah, I definitely like not having to get off the trail for the bikes.
We're in Broad Run Park, and we are at our number 3 most favorite hiking trail in the Parklands, the Cars Climb Trail. This one's only 91/100ths of a mile long, but boy, it sure is a lot of fun. There's some cool things to explore here, from a fire pit, or we never did really figure out what that was at the beginning of the trail. But the thing that really drew us in were the little side trails to the waterfalls. You loved that, didn't you, Angel?
I did, and I like the length of it. If you wanted to bring friends or kids with you, you get a lot for the time that you do invest. You get to see a lot of things.
Yeah, I think this one's really good for families. It only being 1 mile, it's not a whole lot of distance, which you know, kids have short attention spans. But with benefits that you have of having really cool things to explore and get into the water and play around with the waterfalls. But this is something that anybody would love. Also, if you got somebody that doesn't really want to do a whole lot of hiking, you can stop at Highlands Crossing and you can walk downhill for the 1 mile. Or if you want a little more of a challenge, you can park at the Cliffside Paddling Access parking lot, and you can walk uphill for the mile. So this is a lot of fun. Get out and check out the Cars Climb Trail.
We're in Turkey Run Park, and our number 2 favorite trail is the Chinquapin. What I remember about that one is it was a big horseshoe, and there was lots of limestone creek beds that were interesting to look at and explore.
Yeah, this was a great one. This one is connected with the Pawpaw Trail, which means that the length of the trail itself is added onto by the distance that you have to travel to get there. So this is another one. One of the themes with us in evaluating our favorite trails is the length of them. And so the Chinquapin is one of the longer trail experiences, and you get the same kind of variety that you get with Pawpaw and Wild Hyacinth. Is you get a mixture, the kind of woods that you hike through between the cedar groves, the hardwoods with the beeches and the sycamores, but the creekside hiking there was really cool. We actually saw a guy riding his mountain bike down yeah. Through the middle of the creek while we were sitting on the creekside taking a break at one point. So this is a beautiful trail, but when you do it, you're going to have to factor it in with the Pawpaw and probably the hickory or the Wild Hyacinth. Highly recommend this. This is a great hiking experience. All right, and our number 1 favorite trail in the Parklands is the Pawpaw Trail. This was hands down our favorite experience this year, hiking in the Parklands, and there's a lot of reasons for that. This trail is, number one, it's the longest trail in the Parklands, and particularly when you, depending on where you park, I think we had this one at just under 5 miles, and it offers a lot of variety. You've got a lot of waterside hiking with the ponds and the creeks, and you also have a wide variety of woodland experience with hiking in cedar groves, hiking by a lot of hardwoods. There's a lot of beautiful sycamores and beaches here. When you're in the city limits, it's hard to have a hike that feels like you're, you know, down on the AT or in the Smokies, but here in Turkey Run, you really can string together a lot of the different trails and have a longer hiking experience and really feel like you are kind of out in the woods, and you're not, you know, 10 minutes from downtown Louisville. So that's one of the things that we probably like most about Turkey Run in the trails here.
The length of this one, I like that. It seems that I like the longer hikes, so that it feels more like you're kind of getting exerting yourself, and it's just takes a little bit longer. It's not just an hour or two that you're spending out in nature, but maybe, you know, up to 3.
And that's the Big Beach Trail, and that's the Wild Hyacinth Trail, and that's the Karst Climb Trail, and that's the Chinquapin Trail, and that's the Pawpaw Trail. We hope you enjoyed the video, and more than that, we hope that you'll get out and enjoy this beautiful trail. This has become probably, if not my favorite trail in the Parklands, it's in the top 2 or 3.